so we're going to China. This should be a fun trip. I'm gonna document everything all along the way of the trip. So let's get started. So after what seems like forever, we finally got to Beijing, and here we come. Okay, so we just made it outside the airport. Things to note, there's some really weird smells here. Getting off the plane, walking through trying to get our luggage, it smelled kind of like
an old batch of collard greens.
And then as soon as you walk out, the first thing you see, of course, freaking Starbucks. What is that about? Why is there Starbucks in China? Let's see what else we can find. Adam, tell me what we're doing before you go.
We're getting on the bus. We're about to go on our adventure. Welcome to China.
We just got off the bus, got to our hotel. It still smells like crap. There's a moat that's going around the city, I guess, and it reeks. But so far, so good.
Drink up, baby, down.
Okay, so after a brief attempt at a nap, trying to sleep through Dad's coughing, which didn't really go so well, we are actually going to start the tour. We are going to lunch right now, and then we are going to be going to Tiananmen Square. So let's see what we got. After a short bus ride, we arrived at our destination for lunch. Unfortunately, the food wasn't that good, but Adam found something that he did like.
Chinese beer is delicious.
Then it was off to Tiananmen Square, where Dina gave us a little history on what's behind the name.
Let me tell you, what's the meaning of the Tiananmen first. Tian'an means the heavenly peace. Men means the gate. The Tiananmen can be translated into English as the gate of the heavenly peace.
Tiananmen Square was built in the 1600s, and actually no, the Great Wall outside of Tiananmen Square was torn down in the 1600s during the Peasant Revolution. And the Tiananmen Square is bigger than the Red Square in Moscow. It's the biggest square in the world. So that's it, we're walking in it.
So after checking out a little bit of Tiananmen Square, we were off to the Forbidden City, where we saw none other than Keanu Reeves. Whoa. Okay, so now we're here in the Forbidden City, and the tour guide just explained to us that the king has made in this city 9,999 and a half rooms. And they've done it this way with that many rooms so that you can stay here for 27 years without staying in the same room twice, which is pretty insane. So we're gonna go check out and see some of the rooms right now. On the way over to take a look at some of the rooms, we made a quick stop at the Emperor's Chamber. Here's Adam with more.
This was kind of like a place where the emperor would come and relax before meeting with officials from Mongolia.
Another amazing sight in the Forbidden City was the large stone carving. So this deal is 17 meters long, and it used to be one solid piece. It's insane. Biggest staircase in the Forbidden City. After roaming around a bit more, we called it a day and went back to the hotel to crash. To start the second day off, we ventured downstairs for brunch at the hotel, hoping it was better than the day before. It wasn't. We started to get the drift of the food situation on this tour. Then it was off to visit the Pearl Factory, where we made a quick purchase. Alright, so I already did some souvenir shopping. You're welcome, Abby and Alyssa. Then it was over to?
We're in the Summer Palace outside of Beijing. And this is where Empress Dowager would come and have her, well, all the emperors and empresses would come for their summertime. And normally in royalty with the emperors, the dragon is royalty. And so the dragon is closer to the throne, closer to the door, and it's holding a ball in its paw. And that basically means that the emperor is in power. Well, Empress Dowager, the dragon lady, she liked Phoenix more. Phoenix is below the dragon. So she came into power and moved the phoenix and the dragon and took the ball out of the dragon's paw. So it's strictly now the phoenix is closer to the throne, which means that she's in power. And the dragon doesn't have the ball in his paw anymore, which means that the emperor is powerless. Just a puppet government.
Then it was off to Changlang, or the Long Corridor, which is 728 meters long and was built by Emperor Qianlong in 1750. Once you get to the end of Changlang, to the right is the main house of the emperor and a smaller house dedicated to Mongolia. Both held all of China's riches in the 17th century.
Well, we're going to be leaving the Summer Palace right now and going to be going to the Temple of Heaven next.
After a quick ride, we arrived at the Temple of Heaven, where we learned its purpose. Okay, so this temple was built in 1402, and the emperors used this to come and worship to the gods for the harvests, and so that they'd have rain and that they'd have good harvests and good years.
There you go, it's the way. You want to go up to heaven, you're going to go up through here.
After checking out the Danby stairway stone carving on the side of the temple, we ended day 2.